Nearly a week, hundreds of thousands of North Carolinians have reached out to FEMA for critical assistance and support. Right now, the federal agency has thousands of personnel stationed across the state, and that plan to remain here could last for months.
Joining us now, our Queen City News Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young. Taylor, you spoke with FEMA's John Mills at North Carolina's Emergency Operations Center in Raleigh about ongoing efforts and how long that could take. We're going to ask, what did he tell you? But the first and more important question that we've been asking every time we have you is, how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, guys. Right now, we still don't have power. We have one propane tank left. And as you could imagine, a week after this storm hit, I can probably assume that there are a lot of people who are running out of supplies and are still having to kind of plan out when the next time they're going to be able to get supplies. So yeah, right now, still no power. My last update from Duke Energy was yesterday via email. They did say that entire substations are underwater. They're bringing in mobile substations, and they're asking people to check for those mobile alerts. The last time I got a mobile alert was on Tuesday, and they had estimated that I could be getting my power back by 11 o'clock on Friday morning. But given the fact that there are multiple poles down just on our street, on our driveway, we're not holding our breath for it, but we're hopeful, just even given a timeline is giving us some hope.
Yeah, Taylor, we had Jeff Brooks on about an hour ago from Duke Energy, and just in their reports of the last couple of days, some of these utility poles were, moved hundreds of feet from where they typically would be planted into the ground, and just shows the power of Mother Nature. And you were telling us this morning that you got 5 hours left on your propane tank. Do you have to logistically, because I'm sure you're like everyone else, do you have to logistically plan, okay, what do we need to do in the 5 hours? Maybe let's turn it off and give it a rest. You kind of have to be strategic about when you use it, right?
Oh, you absolutely have to be strategic. I mean, we try to keep it on for about 3 hours. That way, just so the food in our fridge stays cold. But also when it's actually on, I mean, we go down to the breaker and we shut off different parts of the house. So right now, my house is very dark. We do have power right now because the generator is working. But I mean, just being strategic about, okay, I need power in my office to do this Zoom. We need to make sure that our fridge is working right now. So it's really being strategic, because these propane tanks, they don't last very long. I mean, 5 to 6 hours max. And, you don't really know when the next time you're going to be able to get one. Luckily, we've had some friends and loved ones drop some off to us. But I think today is going to be one of those days where we maybe head to Shelby, or, you don't really know how far you have to drive to get one, but that's kind of just the reality right now.
Another reality is people turning to FEMA. Never thought we'd talk about FEMA in Western North Carolina, but how long could this recovery take from talking with FEMA? What estimate do they have for you?
Well, I think one of the biggest things that really stood out to me speaking with FEMA yesterday was that they're still in response mode. So that's making sure that people have supplies. It's search and rescue teams. It's providing shelters to people. And John with FEMA said, right now they are just entering recovery mode. So a week after this storm hit, they are now starting to, do the recovery part of that. That's the damage. That's the rebuilding. So, I mean, again, even though we are, a week after this storm has hit, FEMA plans to be here for months and months and months on edge. We do know that help is, more help is coming. We know that Biden approved major disaster declaration for North Carolina, opening up FEMA assistance to people in 25 counties across the state. And already FEMA has distributed $2.6 million to eligible survivors. And we also know that FEMA disaster survivor assistant teams are also going out to shelters to help survivors so that they can register. And if you are one of those people, or if your loved ones are one of those people, that's disasterassistance.gov. That's where you can register. And it's pretty simple, actually. I did check it out. So you can go through, you can click, it's kind of like a bullet point on exactly how you're impacted, whether that's damage to your home, maybe you don't have a home, or if you're a renter, if you don't have power, or, the needs of water or anything like that. So you can go in there and specifically click exactly how you are impacted. We also know that, $2.6 million has already been given out. So we know that FEMA is out there. People are getting assistance. And again, FEMA is expected to be here for months and months on end. So this is really just the beginning.
And Taylor, I think, obviously something like this brings out the best and the worst in people, right? You got folks that are just going to be pouring their heart and soul and finances into helping people. And then you've got those that are going to criticize and, point fingers at why isn't FEMA doing this? Why didn't they send us relief sooner? I mean, there's a million things, right? There's not a perfect scenario or a playbook for this. But if it's taken almost a week for FEMA to start doing certain things, that just shows how massive that you have to assess it before you can just dive straight in. And you've got churches and Red Cross and smaller, kind of more regionalized organizations that are trying to help, right there firsthand with water and food and diapers and so forth.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing that I mentioned, speaking with John yesterday was, FEMA is also dealing with the damage of roads and the lack of cell phone service for them to get out there. So, I mean, that has also kind of slowed down this process too. But yeah, I mean, to your point about the community helping, I mean, I drove to Arden yesterday, which is just south of Asheville. It borders Asheville. I mean, you can't drive 4 minutes without seeing a church offering diapers or water, or even Ingalls having pallets of water out there, handing them away. I went to, my downtown in Saluda yesterday to be able to send off my interview with John, and businesses are offering free haircuts, free Wi-Fi, free cookouts. So there's just a lot of love in the community. A lot of people are helping out just to make sure that people, who don't have power are able to charge their phones or able to have a meal. And yeah, there's just a lot of help going on. And again, I expect to continue to see that love happening.
Well, Taylor, listen, we're glad that you squeezed us into that 5 hours of propane that you have left. I'm glad we can connect with you so that you're giving us a real-time account of what's going on and how it's even affected you and your husband. So thank you for that. We'll continue to try to keep up with you throughout the morning. We appreciate that.